Signs of abuse that we may trivialize or dismiss as a quirk or a personality trait, but we don't necessarily consider it to be textbook abuse. One is humiliating you in front of other people. It's one thing to accidentally slip up that might humiliate you without their knowledge, but it's a completely different thing for this to be a pattern, a continual practice when you know that they know that this is something that humiliates you, maybe disclosing a personal problem or a health problem that you don't want others to know, that they might know that you're wanting to keep personal, calling out your imperfections or mistakes or laughing at you, knowing that this is a trigger for you, is abuse. Jealousy and possessiveness is number 2. Jealousy over the slightest perceived change, and this can be any relationship with a mother. It could be something as simple as you being with your aunt for the day and making you feel guilty. An abusive person wants you to be their whole entire world and for you to have no other activities or hobbies or things to do and outside of their needs. Being hypercritical and judgmental is another one. If you feel like you are constantly walking on eggshells with someone because you feel like every mistake is going to be exaggerated, that's abuse. It's usually the kind of people that when they walk into a room, you immediately leave because you know everybody's going to be walking on eggshells. They walk in the room and the whole vibe changes. Okay, so another sign, dismissing or minimizing your feelings. Saying that your reality is not your reality. No one knows your feelings better than you do. No one can tell you what you're feeling or you're thinking and say that it's not valid. If you're feeling it, your body is telling you that this is important, it's valid, and it's something that you need to address. Another big sign of abuse that a lot of people dismiss and think is nothing or just think it's normal in relationships is ignoring boundaries and invading privacy. Having no boundaries whatsoever, putting their needs above yours, their emergencies are always above your life, is a sign of abuse. Using shame or guilt to manipulate you is another sign of abuse that we usually don't take as abuse. And this can be shown by, I'm your mother, so you have to listen to me. Or if I die, this is going to be the last thing that I think of you, or this will be the last thing that you would have said to me. You have to do this because I did this for you. If they have freely done you a favor, that is exactly what it was. You do not owe them, and they should not make you feel as though you do, constantly. Another big sign of abuse is isolating yourself from friends and family. Toxic relationships, abusive relationships want to isolate you because other people can easily recognize their toxic actions and could make you aware. So the more isolated you are, the better. And that, of course, makes it even harder when you try to leave the relationship. And the very last sign of emotional abuse, or just abuse in general that we don't consider to be abuse, is blaming you for all their problems. If you're constantly feeling guilty and like you're making a mistake and you're the problem around a certain person, they could very well be a very toxic and abusive person. Of course, there's more. Follow me for more. I'm the Neuro Wonderful Dopamom. I post content about autism, ADHD, trauma, healing your inner child, and how to break free from self-sabotage. So if any of that interests you, give me a follow. Have a great day, guys, and give yourself some grace.